Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be installing a shifter bushing kit into the Acty. The shifter in this van has a lot of play. It's not really the nicest feeling or the smoothest feeling. I really want to fix that. If you are curious where I got the kit from, it's from a company called WILLpowered Performance. For the record, I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that. I paid full price, which they have two kits, so they got like a partial kit or a full kit. I ended up getting the full one, and it was only 45 bucks shipped to my house, which isn't too bad of a price. I will make sure to link their website in the description below so you can buy it if you're interested. On top of that, they actually made a video showing how to install it, which makes it super easy. I'll make sure to link to that as well. Now for what's in the kit, let me show you guys. So we got some grease, which is actually really nice. We have these. I actually don't even know their technical names. I'm sure it's on the website, but I don't know them. We got some washers, which also act as shims if needed. This little, I don't even know what this is called either, but on my white MR2 over there, it had shifting issues, and it was because this little thing was worn. It comes with two of them, which is kind of odd because I didn't think I needed two, and it also has some little cotter pins, which is nice. I'm very excited to see the difference because right now that sucks. In terms of tools, I don't think we'll need too much. I know we'll need a flathead and screwdriver, 10 and 12 mil open-ended wrench, and socket. So pretty basic stuff. I have taken off the center console before, but it's been a little bit, so I know there's a screw there, and then there's one right there and one right there. I am getting a little ahead of myself because we first have to take off the shift knob. That should just screw off, assuming yours is in good shape. I've actually seen situations where these are like glued on or even cross-threaded, so that's always a pain. All right, so that's off. She just pops off from there. Now we can get to the screws. And yeah, there you go. Now that we got the cover off, you can see all the play, even front to back. Look, at my guess is, so right here, you can actually see there is what looks like a shim, or I guess some type of washer. And if you look on this side, it's actually disintegrated. Wow, that's just a lot of play. My plan is to actually start with this side. So it looks like I'll have to take this bolt off, and then from there, I should be able to slide this over and take these two bolts off. There's a shift cable there that I'll have to take off the little cotter pin to get out. Well, I did get everything out. I did not really film the last part of just getting that cotter pin out. Kind of a tight space, and then having the camera in there was actually in the way. But what I can say is that there's probably a good chance you're gonna mess up those cotter pins. So that's why the kit does come with extra cotter pins. What you can see that's left behind is just the shift cable, and we will be replacing the bushing in there. But before we get to that, I want to replace these bushings. On this piece, they actually just fall on out, which makes their life a little bit easier. Oh, there you go. They do provide grease, and they mention in their video that anything that moves, you should grease it up. So I'll just go ahead and put a little bit of grease in there. These things actually fit really tight, so that's a good thing. Okay, there you go. All right, that one's in. That's number one. All right, that's number two. This one's more of the same and more of the same. Boom. Oh, there you go. Last thing we got to get is this little cube here. Normally these have some type of wear on the side that you'll see. This one actually doesn't, which makes me think that it was replaced at some point, but considering I'm already in here, it makes sense just to go ahead and replace it. Here is the new one. It looks like it's 3D printed, but there's two of them, so if something goes wrong, I can put the other one on. Wow. I gotta tell you, getting this little thing on took a lot of force. Next thing we gotta do is take out this little bushing in the cable. Or I don't even know if bushing is the right name for these, but whatever. And then here's the new little insert. So this one's kind of a spherical shaped, if that makes sense. And this one's just, you know, more cylinder. Should do the same thing. Shouldn't be an issue at all. I just realized this comes with two different sized inserts. This one is super loose. So my guess is the bigger one goes on the bottom. The smaller one goes on the top. That fits like a glove. Here's a good little reminder to make sure you know where you put your stuff, because I lost the second little washer that went next to this. Luckily, I have a spare thing sitting around. It's just always always good to keep track of stuff so you don't lose this. Everything fits nice and snug, so I'm very happy about that. There are different sizes of the shims, and if I recall correctly, for this front one, you want to use a thicker one. So I'll put one of the bigger ones on. We got the first part installed, and I know some of you may be curious, like, how do I know if it's tight enough? Because you can over tighten it. Here's a really good example, and as you can see, this is so tight, it barely wants to move. So I need to loosen this up. It looks like I'm gonna have to loosen this one up, so I'll play with it a bit, but I'll do that actually after I'm done replacing this side. So the last thing we got to do is undo this bolt right here. There's 2 bushings that I will remove. I'll put a shim in there, and then down here, remove the cotter pin, pull this out, and then I will put the new insert in. Now it's time for the very last thing, and that's just adjusting the tension. That way I can easily move the shifter. Things are way too tight. This does not want to easily move. This actually does present another issue, and that's that these bushings are torn. Whatever, that's something for another time. Right now, it's all about this. This bolt and this bolt right here are the ones that I'll loosen up. So I believe this one is for the side to side, and then this one is for the forward and back motion. So she goes side to side, everything feels nice and smooth. There's barely any slop in this compared to before. That's quarter turn. No, this is good. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, and reverse respectively. Oh yeah, no, I like this. Now that she's put back together, I can tell you that the shifter feels so much better. This is how she feels now. A little bit of slop, but nothing like before. I can easily put it in first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and then reverse. And yeah, that's amazing. The whole kit only cost 45 bucks shipped to my house. I'm a fan at that price. It's a good product, fit exactly as you would anticipate. I love the fact that the cotter pins were included because those things are a pain in the butt. But honestly, that's really my only complaint about the whole install. But that's not the kit's fault. That's just like an old car thing. Yeah, the only thing I'm really uncertain about is actually this. So there's 2 of them. The black one fit perfectly fine. I don't know if there's a difference between the vans and trucks or something like that, or if there's just an extra one in there just in case. But regardless, it comes with 2 of them and you'll have a spare one. The other thing to note is that I actually didn't use all the shims. So it came with 5 of them. I only used 3 of the 5. It feels fantastic. It's one of those situations where you're gonna have to use your judgment depending on the wear. Again, I will make sure to link to the product down below in case you want to buy it. On top of that, I'll also link to the company's video because they do a really good job showing how to install it as well. That's all we got for today, guys. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.